My name is Elyse Hauser, and I am reading Searching for a More Real Sea. Life on Earth began in water. Hot plumes vented out from fissures deep within the ocean, churning into what we call primordial soup. And, long after our ancestors emerged from the seas, early humans stuck close. Our first civilizations grew near rivers. We favored deltas, where fresh water met salt. Cities proliferate near coastlines to this day. It is true that I began life by water. I was born near Long Lake, Washington, which curls like a polychaete worm alongside the salty inlet of Puget Sound. My parents owned a stamp of land between Lake Washington and the smaller worm of Lake Sammamish, a place they filled with sheep and chickens. That stamp has long since been turned over to suburban homes as Seattle's tendrils grew. They must have taken me to the shores of Puget Sound when I was very small, though the memories are fragments, broken shells on the rocky beach of time. We could see and smell no seawater from that farm, which was bordered by trees and ferns, though these made a rushing sound in the wind, vaguely reminiscent of ocean. How, then, can I sense the scent of saltwater in my earliest years? Why can I picture my young parents so easily, brunette and blue-jeaned, standing among stones and clamshells on the shore? This is the ocean, I recall thinking. I didn't realize that Puget Sound was a tiny tongue of salt water, a far cry from the deep vastness of true ocean, the place where life on Earth began. Tonight, I walk along the frigid edges of Bifjorden, the city fjord in Bergen, Norway. I know better now than to conflate inlet with ocean, but I still find peace along the water. My colleague has told me that there may be auroras tonight. I can see no colors in the clear November sky, but as I walk, I can feel the ghost of another city hovering near me. Bergen reminds me best of old Seattle, whose outskirts I was born on. It's a proper city, but small, as Seattle once was. In my mind, I parallel the two cities' historic research universities, their respective fish markets. People are often brought to Bergen, either by academia or by the maritime industries. This is how I recall the Seattle of my past, long before a sleek and shiny new startup city was layered on top of the grungy old one.
It's not the light past I was